Welcome to Beyond the Velvet Rope with Neil Oates Jr., the podcast that takes you on an extraordinary journey into the world of luxury service. Join us as we unlock the secrets, stories, and strategies behind exceptional experiences. From anticipating VIP needs to crafting unforgettable memories, we'll guide you on a path to service excellence in the realm of the affluent. Let's elevate your expertise and redefine the art of world-renowned service. Here's your host, Neil Oates Jr.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on Beyond the Velvet Rope. I'm Neil Oates Jr., your guide through the realm of networking with affluent professionals. Today, we'll explore the power of connections and how you can effectively engage with high net worth individuals to enhance your business prospects. And I know that's something that all of us truly want to accomplish if we're being honest with ourselves. But before we delve into the strategies, let's first understand why networking is crucial for success in the business and personal worlds. Networking provides a platform to exchange ideas, of course, build relationships, and tap into new opportunities. By connecting with affluent professionals, you gain access to a wealth of experience, knowledge, and valuable connections that can move your business and life forward. To get started, it's important to approach networking with a well-defined plan, especially when networking with the affluent, or as we say, the successful. Here are a few key steps you can take to maximize your networking efforts. First, research and target. Identify the individuals or groups within your industry that align with your goals. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Look for networking events, conferences, and organizations where you're likely to find affluent professionals. This targeted approach increases your chance of connecting and getting side by side with like-minded individuals who share similar interests. And those similarities, those commonalities are so important. I cannot stress that enough. Like attracts like. Number two, let's polish your pitch, right? And I'm not talking baseball when I say polish your pitch. We want you to know what it is that you're going to say when you have the opportunity. So we want to craft a concise and compelling introduction that highlights your unique value proposition. We usually hear your unique selling proposition or your value add. So what is it? Can you break that thing down so clearly that a 5-year-old could explain it to a 5-year-old? Because high net worth individuals, successful individuals are what? Busy. Not only busy, we're going to say productive. They're efficient. So being able to articulate your business proposition clearly and concisely is going to capture their attention and open the door for further conversation. Now, as we're polishing this pitch, we don't want to just come in pitch heavy like it's a pitch session, right? We want to make sure that we go into this next point number 3. We want to seek to build genuine relationships. Networking is not just about making connections, but nurturing them as well, right? So how many times have we made a connection, but we've let that connection fall? We didn't nurture it. So we want to focus on building genuine relationships based on mutual trust and respect. Show a sincere interest in others by actively listening and providing value wherever possible, right? We not only want to wait, we're not listening just to wait for our turn to speak. We're listening to understand, not to be understood. Remember, networking is, or should I say, great and effective networking is truly a two-way street. So offer your expertise and resources to help others achieve their goals. Something I'm doing in my networking, especially with my successful individuals right now and for the past couple of seasons, has been me asking them, what goals can I help you achieve this quarter? or what goals can I help you achieve before the next quarter ends, in the next 6 months, next 90 days? And I found that really triggers their minds, and it gives me a reason to genuinely seek to help them, but also a reason to follow up and touch base just a little bit later. And then we want to also, number 4, I'm going to say let's leverage online platforms when it comes to networking. In today's digital age, online platforms can be powerful tools for networking if we use them properly. So we want to utilize professional networking platforms such as LinkedIn to expand your reach and connect with affluent professionals from around the globe. Now, this always helps if we can find someone who already has a connection or a true relationship with them, and that's how we might use LinkedIn as sort of that research and target piece that we started out with. So we want to engage in relevant industry groups and discussions to establish our presence and showcase our expertise on those professional platforms. What about attending exclusive events? Could you, would you, might you benefit from seeking out exclusive events or private gatherings where you're likely to meet high net worth or successful individuals? Because these intimate settings provide an opportunity for deeper conversations and a more personal connection. Because it's not just about collecting business cards, but about forging meaningful relationships. Hopefully, so far, you're starting to hear a recurring theme talking about relationships, longevity, nurturing. This is not just here, let me play gambit and toss out business cards, or let me see how many photos or selfies I can get with successful individuals. It's not about that. It truly is a matter of whom can I build relationships with. So now that we've discussed some key strategies, let's address common challenges that you might encounter when networking with affluent professionals. So while it can be rewarding, it's important to be prepared for potential obstacles and know how to overcome them, right? It's important to be aware of potential barriers and overcome them. Here's the part: with grace and professionalism. So are you ready for the hard no, or to be ignored, or to be totally dismissed? And keep a smile on your face and do it with grace and professionalism. So here are some common challenges and some strategies that I myself, my mentors and coaches have used to address them. So limited access, right? You're just not going to be able to have access to everyone that you want. And successful professionals often have busy schedules and limited availability. That's a reality. Getting their attention and securing a meeting or conversation, it can be challenging. So how do we overcome this? Well, it's important to know that it's crucial to make your initial contact compelling and concise. So that's why we're going back to having that personalized and impactful message that communicates why it would be a benefit to them to know you or to connect with you. What's your value add? How and why are you going to make their life better, easier in the long run? You want to emphasize the value you can offer and demonstrate your credibility. We want to be remembered to be patient while maintaining a respectful and professional tone, right? We can't fan out. We can't just become a fanboy or fangirl. We also can't become frustrated. We can't be intimidated by the power or the position or the money or the fame that this successful individual might have. Next, building trust. So successful individuals are often approached by numerous people seeking their assistance or resources. All right, we can't act like this doesn't happen. This should be no surprise to us. So building trust becomes essential to stand out from the crowd. One way to establish trust is through mutual connections. This goes back to a way that we can also overcome that limited access barrier that we just talked about. So if you have a shared contact or trusted referral, leverage that relationship to gain credibility. Additionally, demonstrate integrity and authenticity in your interactions. You want to be sure to follow through on your commitments. Be transparent about your intentions and focus on building genuine relationships rather than solely pursuing personal gain. All right. If you want something from them, find a way to tactfully communicate that on the front end. Don't let there be any hidden agendas. Now, of course, we all want and have agendas, but we don't want them to be hidden. And then overcoming the imbalance of power. Right? Here's one that I often hear about from my clients on the coaching side, or that I witness when I am in different networks. So networking with affluent professionals can sometimes create a power dynamic where you perceive yourself as a small fish compared to their influence and success. Right? This might cause you to have that imposter syndrome, as we've so often heard about and still hear about. It's important to approach networking as an opportunity for mutual benefit rather than a one-sided transaction. So many of the clients that I'm coaching on a daily basis, we're having to identify, well, why would someone want to connect or work with you or receive service from you? And this is where we have to really identify, how is it going to be mutually beneficial? Right? Remember that you also bring value to the table. Maybe it's unique perspective, expertise, or access to resources. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're listening to this podcast right now, have confidence in what you can offer and be proactive in sharing your insights and knowledge. Everyone can learn from everyone. Emphasize the potential for collaboration and how both parties can grow together. So we want to be sure that we know our value, our worth, and what we're going to bring to the table. How do we navigate exclusive circles? This is a huge issue, a huge area for concern, and where many faux pas and missteps and mistakes take place. So affluent and successful professionals often belong to exclusive clubs, organizations, or social circles that may be difficult to penetrate. So here's one strategy, right? It's to identify events or gatherings that we talked about earlier where they are likely to attend. While attending these events may require additional effort or some type of investment, right? It costs to play in these circles. It can provide valuable opportunities to network in a more intimate and focused setting. And so additionally, I would encourage you to consider joining industry-specific associations or groups that cater to high net worth and successful individuals, to the affluent circles. So these platforms offer a conducive environment for networking and assessing a wealth of knowledge and connections. So it might be a networking club. It could be industry specific. It might just be a social or philanthropic organization. So all of those can be beneficial to you when you're looking to navigate those exclusive circles. So then finally, we have managing rejection. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have to get there. Not every networking attempt will result in a positive outcome. And rejection is a possibility, especially in the early going, when you haven't perfected and you don't feel confident, and it shows, right? So it's important to maintain a positive mindset and not take rejection personally. So I'm telling that to you right now. But guess what? Sometimes I take rejection personally. If I'm being totally honest, many times I take rejection personally because they are not rejecting my service, or like in my head, I'm thinking, man, they just rejected me. But we can learn from each interaction and refine our approach over time. So I'm going to encourage you, even when, not if, but even when you are rejected, follow up politely and professionally, even if that initial contact does not lead to immediate results. Very seldom will it. The truth is, if I'm going to talk to you as family, we must know that we are not batting 1,000 right out of the gate. So remember that building a network, it is a long-term process, and the connections you make along the way can still be valuable in the future. So it's not just about today or tomorrow. We're thinking long-term, especially when it comes to the successful, to the affluent, to high net worth individuals. They understand this idea of building and keeping and nurturing. So by recognizing and preparing for these challenges, you can approach networking with affluent professionals more effectively. And with persistence, authenticity, and a focus on building genuine relationships, you can overcome these obstacles and unlock new opportunities for your business and, dare I say, for your life. So I'm going to remind you that every successful networking interaction brings you one step closer to expanding your network and enhancing your prospects. To wrap up our discussion today, I'd like to leave you with a powerful quote from a successful entrepreneur. Your network is your net worth. I'm going to repeat that for the people way in the back. Your network is your net worth. So let's pause. What is your net worth right now? Could it be because you're not networking with the right people? By investing time and effort into building and nurturing your network of affluent professionals, you can unlock doors to new opportunities, collaborations, and even lifelong friendships. I want to say thank you for joining me on this episode of Beyond the Velvet Rope. I'm Neil Oates Jr., and I hope these insights help you navigate the world of networking with affluent professionals. Remember, the power to transform your business lies within your network. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to Beyond the Velvet Rope and stay tuned for our future episodes where we will uncover more secrets to success. Keep networking and reaching for the stars. I'm Neil Oates Jr., and until the next time I see you or you see me, remember that I love you, God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh yeah, don't be average, be world renowned. Peace. Take care.